The phone call in the lobby and him answering and her saying, "I don't see you here."
That's horrible. I just thought of a red flag.
What else do we see on this profile?
This is giving us a lot of red flags. This poor man.
Well, you just disappeared on us without any warning.
I mean, true love does that to you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Milwaukee Uncut, Dating in Milwaukee, presented by Kessler's Diamonds. And man, do we have a good one today. First, we get an update from AI Cowboy, who found love at a Great Clips convention in Minneapolis. That relationship came crashing down, but are they back together? You're about to find out. We FaceTimed the guy. He actually picked up, so I mean, that was really compelling. And then we've got a couple other crazy dating stories that were messaged to us on Instagram that happened in Milwaukee that we go over. Best places to meet women in Milwaukee for our guy Joe Vilmo and anyone else wondering worst date stories. And then we live review some Instagram profiles for eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. Doesn't get much better than this. All right, let's dive in. Joining me after commenting on our first Gem of the Week video with Devin Granger and Lindsay Leinenkugel, we've got Danielle Forrest.
Hey guys.
Hailing from Hayward, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Been a Milwaukee resident for quite a while after going to UWM. Realtor at KW. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
And we got Madi.
Yes, we do.
Madi Grausam.
Yeah, very German.
Former athletic trainer at Marquette University, an F45 and F45 playoff champion, train moment Olympian, and a High Rocks, which I don't know what it is, but I'm curious, world qualifier with the Lauren, last name?
Lauren Peterson. Two-time qualifier, I would like to say.
Lauren Peterson. She was brave enough and athletic enough to qualify for High Rocks, but not to come on the episode today.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's crazy.
I know.
We'll have to give her.
We'll have to plug her later, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And review her profile.
Might have to talk about her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for those who are wondering, we had a very popular episode about Danielle, the AI Cowboy Slade.
Yeah, we did.
That aired a couple months ago and just took you kind of part of the show now.
Yeah.
You've been on for a full 1 minute.
Yeah.
Career-wise so far. You can,
I'm here now.
You can say
I'm
we. You
comfortable.
can use the word we.
It's part of us.
Okay, so Danielle Slade, AI Cowboy, owner of 20 Great Clips.
Yeah, probably well known for the Shorewood Great Clips.
And the GCTB, Great Clips Tiki Bar at Bradford, owner of that. Also an employee at Baird, Milwaukee, executive over there. Frequenter at Potawatomi Bingo and Casino. This guy throws down some cash.
Goodness.
Club Brady legend. I don't know if he has a plaque on the bar
Brady.
there, but
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a fucking animal. We can just put it, just a
Sounds
one-man
like it.
wrecking
Yes,
crew.
he is.
When Madi was back training at F45, he would do 3 classes a day.
Yeah,
Damn.
absolutely.
If the guy...
Like actually do the class?
Back
Or
to
just
3 in a
hard?
row. Not even like, 1 in the morning, 2 at night. Like Saturdays, 3 hours straight of F45.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Madi was talking about me showing up late and leaving early just because I'm on maintenance mode at this point in my life. I'm not really training for anything, just trying not to get fat over here and be able to hit a golf ball in the summer. But Slade was doing none of that. He'd go back to back to back.
Right.
After time.
For no training for nothing.
Oh, no. The Great Clips Tiki Bar, Club Brady.
Yes, Great Clips Convention.
Just
You
for
need
life,
to look good, and now we can segue into that. So anyway, we fast forward a little bit, and the Great Clips Convention took place in Minneapolis. And this is for those who have not listened to that full episode yet, because we covered this in detail, but we do have an interesting update that we're going to get to. So anyway, just to bring people up to speed, he goes to the Great Clips Convention. I believe it was in the fall in Minneapolis, and he found love. Sparks flew.
Yeah.
What's her name? We called her Electra on the first episode, but
I actually don't know.
Facebook public. We can just go on Facebook right now.
Oh, yeah. It is Facebook official.
Facebook official. So we can officially say her name because he wouldn't reveal it on the episode.
It was
he was kind of like
secret,
walking around the real facts until Tim Saban and I started calling him out. So Brianna Brockman from Detroit. So him and Brianna go to this Great Clips conference and sparks fly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the Great
yeah.
Clips conference just is kind of like spring break PCB
Right, yeah,
back in the day,
right,
right?
sure.
You go to Great Clips Minneapolis.
Love is alive. At the Great Clips convention.
Love is alive and flying. So sparks fly. They have nothing really happens because Brianna is in a relationship.
Yes.
And we found out living with another dude in Detroit at the time. So then she gets back from the Great Clips convention, ends that relationship, and enters a very intense 2 to 3 week fling with the AI Cowboy.
Very intense.
Okay.
Like hometown visits.
Hey, when you know, you know.
They met by Michigan City, Indiana, someplace on the beach. They got an Airbnb there, and I mean,
So romantic.
Sparks flew
Kept flying.
flew hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have that big of a flame, it just burns the whole city down. Which is what happened after a few weeks.
Yes.
And then he
No.
came on here with Hayden, a bartender at Club Brady, who was the
Yeah,
female
yeah.
host, which I was unaware. She did a very nice job, though.
Yeah,
she
she did
She
great.
did a good job. So he came on here and just told us the whole story. It's a good episode, and they were broken up at the time,
Okay.
and we were like, okay, that's done.
Sure.
This was in like December.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to know.
Out of nowhere.
Like, what's happening now?
Out of nowhere, they are back together, and he moved to Detroit, and she moved out of a house. And then on February 15th, the day after Valentine's, I get a random email
This is so recent.
from Zach.
The day after Valentine's.
Day
okay.
after Valentine's Day. Zach, who's from Detroit, who discovered Milwaukee Uncut and the episode, and who knows Brianna. So,
Oh, this is so exciting.
Richie, thanks for the laugh, brother. If you get any more updates, please pass them on. We will get you a fan base in Detroit. This relationship, the AI Cowboy is going to go up in smoke. It's just a matter of when. The fact that we even found this is amazing. Keep up the great work. And then they say, we were
God.
calling her Electra on the episode. He said, we know Electra pretty well. There is more to the story, a lot more. You may need to have us on for a follow-up. We can shed more light on this. So I asked if he was her boyfriend.
Okay.
Said, no, this is not the boyfriend, but I'm good friends with him and know them both. There's more to the story. The AI Cowboy is here in Michigan on the loose. Giddy on the loose. Giddy up, yeehaw! It's gonna end in a disaster. Just a matter of when. Electra was playing them both. Oh, interesting. I missed that part.
Electra, you dog.
Electra.
Oh.
Hopefully she's not doing that anymore since they're officially back together. Been laughing about it for 2 weeks. I'll take the under at 4 months. She's crazy. The AI Cowboy seems like a good guy. I agree with that. Big fan of the Cowboy.
Yep.
Big guy, big
heart.
heart. We're just concerned. We're just concerned for the Cowboy. Hope she doesn't crush his heart.
Wow, the Detroit boys are.
Brianna, I hope if you're listening, which I hope you're not, because we kind of just bashed you a little
Dogged
bit. I
you.
hope you don't break the guy's heart either. Although we would love
Yeah.
to see him back in Milwaukee,
Yes,
selfishly.
right.
I mean,
He's our
Club
AI
Brady's
Cowboy.
got to be like weeks from going out of business
Yes,
at this
no,
point. He's
absolutely.
been gone far too long. Oh, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All right, Maddie, you have his number. Let's see if
yeah.
we can get him on speaker.
Let's
do it.
It
give
worked last time.
Let's give AI Cowboy a jingle. I almost just typed in AI Cowboy. Okay, we're gonna FaceTime him.
Okay, just make sure you hold it close to the mic so Cody can pick this up.
Oh, okay. He's literally just seeing my baby hairs.
I mean,
Oh, we can also leave a voice, like one of those
The videos.
a video. Yeah.
because we want him to call us back. So we'll try again if he doesn't.
What's up?
Danielle Slade. I am on set. Milwaukee Uncut.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You.
we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
The AI Cowboy.
AI Cowboy. I'll turn this so you can see. You can see Dan. I'm here with Danielle, Richie.
AI
Hello.
Cowboy, you're the lead in to today's episode. Can we get an update on you and Brianna? The fans want to know.
Everything's good. Everything's good, Richie.
You're still together.
We're still together. Still together. That's all I can say at this time.
The fire is alive. It's burning. It's blazing.
It's really going very well.
Well, you just
It is
disappeared
blazing.
on us without any warning.
I mean, true love does that to you.
I did get a hunch when I saw that you posted something about like your last time on Brady Street, and I was like, oh man. And I listened to the episode, and then you went dark for a little bit, and then I saw that, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I didn't want to jump to conclusions. But wow,
That was a very cryptic post, wasn't it? Wasn't it in my feels? I think
It was.
the caption.
I was torn between. I was like, is this a scary cryptid? Like, should I send a wellness
my
check?
God.
Or I was like, it's either like someone needs to send someone to go look. And then I saw later that you changed your relationship status on Facebook, which Danielle had a question of why Facebook? Are we still using Facebook? We need an Instagram post to make it like really official.
Yeah. Get one
Okay, all right.
for the fans.
The
For the
fans.
fans.
It's got to be on the grid.
Yeah, the fans need a grid post, or I don't know that we can believe it.
Okay. I will put that on my to-do list.
Okay, we can't wait.
I gotta Slade. I gotta come clean over here. Since we just covered this, so we had a contact form fill on the Milwaukee Uncut website from Detroit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, some guy named Zach, who I think knows Brianna. Seems like a solid dude, but they're not too confident in the relationship. Is there anything you want to say to the haters out there?
I'm really not gonna comment. We're gonna ride off into the sunset.
Take the high road.
Hell yeah!
Enjoying our privacy.
Let's go.
Wow.
Are you and Brianna back in Milwaukee at
So
all?
you can see.
We have been back, but mostly for practical purposes, like moving stuff. But I mean, very, very tight timetable.
So you're gone like the wind. No more Club Brady.
man.
No more tiki at Bradford.
Are you gonna make
That's
Can you make an appearance if Milwaukee Uncut throws an event at the GCTB this year?
Anything's on the table.
Okay, all right.
Anything's possible.
You heard it first, everyone.
Would you guys like to come on the show at some point? Maybe.
Maybe. I would
Okay.
say probably not.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, we are ready to embrace anonymity and relish our privacy.
Are you guys moving to like a different country or the woods or something? Where are you? Where's this anonymity and privacy happening? It seems like you're just going completely off the grid.
Off the grid. Yep.
Wow.
There's
Giving us
safety
nothing.
in that.
What he's doing. This is a good marketing play from Milwaukee
This is.
Uncut. This is called a classic cliffhanger. He's
This
just
is.
leaving
This is.
everyone, including us, wanting more.
Yeah. What's the future of Great Clips? Where are you gonna do a little pop-up shop in Detroit?
No.
Slade, are you
Clips
selling
in
everything
Illinois
and just moving to the
Wisconsin,
woods?
And that will continue.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, we love you. We wanted to say hi. We appreciate your time today.
Yeah.
Any message to the city of Milwaukee right now from the AI Cowboy?
Anyone specifically,
AI Cowboy.
like people looking to find love? What's your message to them?
Go to a convention in Minneapolis.
Go to a Great Clips convention. This episode is actually sponsored by Great Clips.
Oh, okay. All right.
Slade, any message to the team at Potawatomi?
Oh, no.
No.
All right. Well, we love you.
Love you too. Appreciate the check-in. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Okay, good. I don't want this to be a goodbye forever type of thing.
Oh, definitely not.
Okay,
Definitely
good.
not.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Danielle. Wow.
Yeah, he gave us nothing.
All right. We got to move on to our next story that got nominated for this episode. And if anyone has any good stories, you can just DM us on Instagram. We will be looking as we continue this amazing series on Milwaukee Uncut. So this one we will say is from Kim. I went on a date with this guy. In his profile, he was super in shape, and when he got to my apartment complex, he said he was here, and I was already in the lobby. Didn't see him, and I called him saying, "I don't see you." And the guy in the lobby with me picked up the phone. Realizing it was him, he was 50 pounds heavier than in his picture. To top it off, we didn't vibe. We only had one date, but a couple months later, he was in the news for a serious crash in Racine, of all places. He ran into his stalled car on the highway and then was busted for cocaine. Dodged a massive bullet! Exclamation point, exclamation point. But that was a horrific dating experience because he did not give off the vibe of being a cocaine addict or drug dealer. Little blonde hair, blue-eyed baby face. So odd.
Oh my God.
All right, Kim, way to dodge a bullet. I was messaging Kim on Instagram earlier, and she is, it looks like, very happily married to a non-drug dealing who looks like an upstanding citizen.
Okay. Wow. That happens a lot, actually. I mean, people, there's a lot of,
Do tell.
okay, not maybe like that happens a lot, but like the catfishing
Yes.
happens a lot
yeah.
because people use old pictures that
For
still
sure.
look enough like them, but not really. That happened to
Well, I mean,
Mara.
it sounds like she couldn't even recognize this guy, so.
Right. I mean, yeah. Oh,
No, I mean,
That's pretty bad.
I've been out of the game for a while, but I remember back when I was on the apps years ago, you'd want to get like kind of a full body photo and a somewhat updated one. If there weren't any of those, that was a bit of this person may not
Swipe
look
left.
like what they appear to look like, because it's pretty easy to manipulate the angles and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
on there. But
100%.
the phone call in the lobby and
That's
him answering
horrible.
and her saying, "I don't see you here."
I feel like it needed to end there. Like, I don't think it needed to go any
Yeah.
further.
Yeah, I wonder where they went on a date after that. I mean, there was only
know.
one, but what do you do? Just like
Can you
run
imagine
up
what
the
the
stairs and
conversation
hide?
was like? I would have.
And it ran away?
Yeah.
how do you like play it off? How do you play it off at like you call someone, you're like, oh, I don't see you, and they're like standing next to you. How do you play it off of like, oh, I just didn't see you there. The plant wasn't like, or are you just like,
What
oh,
plant?
you look nothing. Like, do you outwardly say like, this isn't right?
I mean, I feel like saying it didn't see you there, I didn't recognize you is enough to be like,
But what if
you
it's
look
an
nothing
open, like
your
what if it's
picture?
this space?
I'm assuming it's not a very big lobby.
That's
if it's
what
a
I'm
Milwaukee
saying.
apartment,
Right? Like
and
there's
probably
no,
not
there's
too
no way
crowded.
that. How do
Yeah,
you,
so
how do
if
you
you
play it
say
off?
that,
You say, I
then-
didn't see you, and
No, you can't say that.
yeah, Kim, tough girl, but dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet and is happily
Literally.
married now. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is
She
funny.
bounced back.
That
phone
actually,
call.
that did happen to Mara. Remember Mara? That happened to her once where.
I do remember Mara.
Yeah,
How's she doing?
Sweet, sweet Mara. Good. Living her best life in San Diego. But she actually invited someone to our home from Nashville. They stayed the weekend with us. And he did not look like his profile. And so she picked,
neither of you had ever met him before, and
Right.
she invited him off of what to
Hinge, I assume,
Hinge.
or
She-
they maybe had shared some like messages on Instagram too, but his Instagram was not up to date. And so she was like, yeah, this guy's coming to stay with us. And I was like, sweet, fine, fun. You know, like that's just how Mara and I live. And he showed up and she picked him up at the airport and she texted me and she was like, not what I thought he looked like. But he was with us the whole weekend. Like he flew in, so there was no way to
I
be
mean,
like,
you just gotta be friends with him at that point. Like you
see
can't,
ya.
you know, he's
Yeah.
there.
Right. Yeah. It was a weird weekend. But so yeah, like I was saying, it does
Did you
happen.
sleep on the couch for the weekend, or is it just no?
No,
He worked his way in there. He bounced back.
Unfortunately.
Way to go, Nashville, man.
I think that Mara was just like,
Well,
it's mean to have him sleep on the couch. So she just
So you're promoting catfishing on here?
No.
Because it worked for him.
no. Once he left, there was no more. It was a ghost situation.
That worked out well for him though. Like,
Yeah, he had a
let's-
good,
yes.
he had a good weekend and bounced.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. He's like, Milwaukee's
weekend
cool.
for him.
I went to Tiki Bar. Like these girls are fun.
You guys are so fun. Like,
And
that would be the
then
best case scenario.
never to be seen again.
Wow. It's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
1 in a million
He
case
won
for
that
Nashville,
situation
man.
for
He did.
sure.
Shout out
And it
to
was
shout out
direct
to that
flights
guy.
too. Direct flights
Yeah,
to
cheap
Nashville now.
direct flights, Southwest. He just popped
Yeah.
right up here.
Yeah.
He probably tells this story very different, but
Yes.
a win for him nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure in his world we're like the crazy girls from Milwaukee.
Yeah,
He lucked
100%.
out.
Love that.
All right, let's go with one more story, then we'll get into some questions and highlight some bachelors and bachelorettes on here. So we got one from Anna. So I'm a Celtics fan, and her friend, is a Bucks fan, and we have a tradition of going to the games in Milwaukee when they play each other and getting goodish seats. We were on our way to get drinks before going to the seats in the 100 level, and a player's cousin stopped us in our tracks because she is that hot and said, nope, you're sitting courtside. And I was hesitant he was lying and we would lose our good seats, but nope, he took us both to sit in the third row right behind the 2 courtside rows. We had full access to BMO and drinks and got to see the players go to the locker room after. Then he met us at the Harp with his other cousin and he still hits her up from California. I asked, did anything happen? LOL, we left. She invited another man over. I was a little wasted, so also invited the cousin who showed up and saw another man there, so he left, which makes him hitting her up still even better. She also has some more player stories. Okay, I guess that was an interesting situation right there.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
The free upgrade.
Yeah. Free up. I don't
Does
know
that
I don't know
happen?
what
Does that happen
good-ish
much?
seats
Yeah, what are
mean.
goodish seats?
I think just maybe row 15, 20 or
Okay,
something.
like lower level,
Yeah,
lower level.
All right,
somewhere in
okay.
the lower level. Maybe like AI Cowboy's old seats. He was
Yeah,
lower level.
Those are good seats. Yeah.
Goodish. Not on the court or anything, but they
Right.
were goodish seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
That's
like a win.
crazy. Yeah.
Free drinks.
Okay, kind of wild though. Like brought another guy home and then
Yeah.
invites the cousin that gave him
Or
the
did
seat.
maybe she invited the cousin, it sounded
So
like?
I was
yeah, okay.
confused.
So the friend was the one that the cousin wanted.
Maybe the cousin wanted the friend, but the friend
Invited.
called another guy over,
Yeah.
and then she
That's
invited
how
the cousin
I
over,
understood
and
it.
the cousin wasn't feeling it,
Yeah.
and then bounced.
But still hits her up.
Still hits her up.
She
So-
could. I mean,
Even after that.
every
Even after.
every year the Bucks Celtics game or whenever they're here, she needs to hit this guy up. And
Look
say,
Yeah,
out!
hell
Look
yeah.
out!
Yeah, and be
look
like-
out for
Yeah.
something happening in the 100
Right,
level
yeah,
section
right. Everyone
during
keep
the
your eyes
Bucks
peeled.
Celtics game.
Right.
Keep your eyes
Can
peeled.
we figure out which what player, whose cousin? I'm trying to think of like. Well, I guess the player wasn't ever
I
involved
know
in this.
who it is. I just don't want to.
Oh, that's
don't
fair.
want to call him out on the.
That's
I have no
fair.
problem calling the AI Cowboy out because he's a friend, but I'd like to stay in the Bucks' good graces. So.
I
That's
support
fair.
that. Yeah.
All right, so let's get in. Let's get into some questions here. Our guy, Joe Vilmo.
All right.
Wondering where's the best places to meet women in Milwaukee?
Ooh, I would say honestly, I think probably like a gym of some, but like more specifically, like a boutique gym where you're taking classes.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Name a couple for our guy Muffins.
Oh, okay.
Where are the attractive women? What gyms are they at?
Well, God,
this guy.
solid core. Like, just bite the
Yeah.
bullet. Take a
Oh,
solid
yeah,
core
yeah, yeah.
class. There's
Absolutely.
so
Could you
many
imagine
women.
Joe Vilmo in a solid core class?
I think he'd be up for it, but I think it would be rough.
It's gonna be rough, but it'll be worth it.
And he'll stand out. The ratio there's got to be really good.
That's
for
what
the
I'm
guy.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else? What places like?
we better get sponsored by these gyms.
Yeah, for real. Give me a membership.
Yeah, for sure. Solid core.
Bree goes to solid core.
Well,
I don't want Joe Vilmo to steal her
right.
from me. That guy's a threat.
You
I
got
mean,
that locked down.
He's got
You
boat
already-
access and like a partial country club membership. I mean,
and
Joe Vilmo's got it
unlimited
going on.
amounts of muffins.
And bread.
I mean, come
yes.
on.
Yep.
Bread
That
muffins?
is a selling point for
Yeah,
sure.
right. Huge selling point.
All right, so we got solid core.
Train moment.
Yeah,
That's for more of like the girls who are like strong girls. Not that solid core, your strong girls go there too, but like girls who want to lift, they'll go to Train Moment. Gosh, what else? I mean, Orange Theory, I feel like is.
I've actually never been there.
I've only been to one in Minneapolis, but like that, a lot of girls go there.
What about if he's looking to hit the bar scene?
Ooh.
I guess it depends on
Depends
what kind
on
of
the
women.
age. Yeah. What's he looking for? What age?
I think muffins might be over the college age.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's go like you guys' age, like in the 25 to 35-ish range, right?
Oh, 25 was your first. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
St. Kate's.
Yeah, St. Kate's.
Love specifically on Fridays. R&B DJ after 9. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, he could vibe out to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the hotel, the Trade? What's their upstairs called?
El Cervo?
Is that what it's called? The upstairs bar?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
I've
that
been
bar.
there.
That bar is nice. The bar on top of the Trade.
The Trade.
Yeah, El
Got it.
Cervo.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like with summer coming though, like anywhere with a patio. That's where
Yes,
people are gonna be.
absolutely.
Sunday Harp.
During the day, yes.
during
Once it
the
gets
day.
like past a certain point, you got to get out of there.
Yeah, you gotta
Tiki
get out.
bar, obviously.
Tiki, yeah, once they open it up. Where else?
Trying to think of any
Bridgewater. They're
Oh
like
yeah,
outdoor.
Bridgewater's patio is
Bridgewater.
amazing.
That's a good spot.
Oh yeah, they have a bar out there, don't they?
It's so nice.
And they just put dock lifts, so now you can just boat up.
And he has boat access, right?
He does.
Doesn't own a boat,
go.
but can access one.
Right, right.
Him and Sim God, Michael Shepard, if you know that guy.
I don't know if I'm familiar.
Okay.
But yeah, he's
yeah, those are all good spots.
that's perfect.
Love it. That was some great advice.
Yeah.
Invaluable advice to our guy, the Muffin Man. Maddie, do you have any good dating stories that you would like to share on this program?
Geez, put me on the spot. I'm trying to think of the best date and the worst date I ever had.
I think the fans would love to hear the worst
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Danielle, you could think over there if you got
Geez,
anything
worst
good
date.
too.
She's got way better stories than I do.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of stories, but like somehow I'm the kind of person that's always like, oh, that was kind of fun. You know, it's almost like it ends up being a good story, but I'm trying to think of like worst. Do you have like a worst date? What about you, Richie? Worst date story while we're thinking? You have any good worst date stories?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could probably have some. I'm the host of the show, though. I'm not
Okay.
supposed to have to answer questions.
Okay.
I did.
We can cut that part out.
Let me
Yeah.
think on that. I got one.
Okay.
I got one. This was not. This kind of goes along with the Nashville guy, but I did not have a very successful weekend. So I was seeing this girl who lived in Dallas, and we were seeing each other for a couple months, and then I fly down to Dallas to visit her, and we weren't like exclusive. I mean, we were in different cities, but like I was very into her. We had a good kind of thing going, and I flew down to Dallas, and I get to her apartment. You know, I take the morning flight. I'm kind of tired, and I noticed there's sheets on the couch. And I was like, hopefully, you know, one of her friends stayed over last night or something like that. So I just take a
Hoping for
nap
the
or
best.
something. And then, I woke up from my nap, and she was like, she made a gesture. She was like, hey, is that fine if there's none of this weekend? And I was like, I hadn't seen that gesture since like grade school.
Yeah,
but
right.
like I was just like, yeah. And then she like kind of just broke up. It broke up our thing like on the spot there. And I'm just like, fuck, you couldn't.
So the sheets were for you.
Yes. Yes, they were for me. And then I'm like, you couldn't have like told me this before I hopped on a flight and went down there. So now like
Oh my gosh.
yeah, she did not have the same attitude as Mara of like, oh, he's down here. Let's just
Yeah,
have
like,
a good,
let's
let's just
make
have a
it
good
worth
time.
it.
Yeah, let's have a fun weekend kind of thing.
Right.
It was just
Oh,
like, oh shit, I just got friend zoned and
Oh,
and
my
and
God.
I'm in Dallas for 3 more
no.
days. Like, what do I do? Do I stick it out? Do I
tough.
get a hotel? Do I fly back? I don't know anyone. I don't have any
Yeah.
friends there.
Oh wow.
That-
So did
that-
you stick it out the weekend there?
I stuck it out. We
Stayed on the
had
couch?
a good enough time. It was very amicable, but it was Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it was not like staying with you and
crazy.
Mara for,
Yeah,
for
right.
the weekend
Yeah.
after her not being very
That
interested.
is savage.
So yeah,
though.
that was probably
To have
the
the sheets
worst
out?
date story.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
like
the
on the
sheets out and ready.
Yeah, I was confused.
she
I
made
was,
it
I was
aware
just
for
hoping.
that.
I was like this.
insane.
I hope this isn't for me. And then God, yeah.
Oh,
I
see,
mean-
I thought maybe you showed up and someone had spent the night on the
That's
couch
what
the
I was
night
thinking.
before.
That's what I was hoping for,
But I was
but-
thinking it was going to be
Well,
like a
that
guy.
would have been best case scenario because then at least
right.
they were on the couch.
Yeah, nothing happened on that front.
My God.
Wow.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I was dating this Russian girl for a little bit.
Yeah, you were.
She did not like the way I dressed. She was like a Russian fashionista type girl who lived in Chicago.
Sure.
And I remember the first time I was living with Ian Abston
Okay.
on the east side, who's not a very well put together individual either.
You guys do what you can.
He's just not. He's not. It was not the cleanest apartment. But we had like a 2-bedroom condo on Brady. You could see the lake.
Yeah.
Like I was in my mid to late 20s. I was probably 26, 27. And yeah, any girl I had over seemed impressed by the setup. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a good
Brady
place.
Street's
It was a good
cute,
place.
yeah.
Lake, partial lake view. Like it was solid. I think the bar was set very low for 20-something Milwaukee guys,
Sure.
but like I never had any issues with the place. So anyway, Yulia, she comes over for the first time and she's like, Richie, you live here? And I'm like,
She's so concerned.
yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I live here. And then she's like, doesn't Ian have girlfriend? She come here? And I'm like, I was like, yeah, Ian has a girlfriend and she comes here. And then she starts like snooping around the apartment and she starts rummaging through all my clothes. And then she's like, Richie, you're attractive. Why don't you own clothes? And then, I was like, oh, I gave a bunch to Goodwill recently. And then I came up with an idea. I told her that I was counter signaling. And counter signaling is when you are operating at like such a high level, you can dress down and get away with it.
Sure.
Like if someone who's very high powered wears like a hoodie to a business meeting.
Shaka
Right.
wearing polos.
Yeah, like
With a long sleeve under
Yeah,
it.
like he can pull that off.
Yeah.
Or like going into an environment and being very underdressed. If you're like the star, you can get away with that. So
Right.
I am not. I just told her that and told her about that. She's like, oh, I get it, but you should do no more counter signaling. And then, so we get into a little tiff about that. And then used to get on like FaceTime with her sometimes. And it was like a few weeks after this. And then she's usually all dolled up and she was wearing like no makeup and yoga clothes. And I was like, oh, you look nice today. And she's like, thank you. I'm practicing counter signaling.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I mean, she was a trip. I could do a whole episode on dating
That's so
the Russian
fun,
girl.
though.
But yeah,
I
that
love
was
that.
that was a little.
showed her a whole
that was a
life.
little better
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
the Dallas episode.
Yeah, Dallas was rough.
All right, Maddie, what you got? You
Yeah.
you made me dig back in
I
the
did.
archives.
I did.
I've been out of the game for like a decade.
Thank you for those. Those were good.
Were
You
they
dug deep.
decent enough for the show? I
Yeah,
don't
they
remember.
were.
No,
Those
it
were
was
just
good.
ones that popped in my
Yeah.
head.
Those were good. I did think of one. I haven't had a lot of actually bad dates just because I, again, always end up finding something fun. But I did, when I was working at Marquette, some of the coaches thought it would be a good idea to set me up on a blind date. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, this will be fun. And the coaches knew me long enough. I had been there for probably 5 years at this point. And it was the tennis coach and the soccer coach, women's soccer coach. And they hyped this guy up. They were like, he's amazing. He's so fun. And if he's listening, he was a good guy. But they knew me a little better than that to like know who they should set me up with. And they kind of did me a little dirty. But so first of all, we were supposed to go to the Tin, is it Window? Why do
Tin
I say
Widow.
Widow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I always
right
say-
over here in
Yes,
Walker's
Tin
Point. I haven't
Widow,
been yet.
yeah.
I've heard it's a great date spot, so shout
It
out to
is.
It's
the Tin
cute.
Widow.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And he was like,
Andrea, who was on here on the Where to Meet Women clip we put out, she actually ended up going on a date there from the episode.
Yeah.
it's a hot date spot.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's very cute, like during Christmas time. But yeah, so this guy was like, we'll meet there. And I was like, perfect. But in my mind, I thought he said Tide House. And so I'm already running a little bit late to this date. And then I show up to Tide House, which is on whatever street. Close enough, but not really at all. And so I like, that's the one on the corner.
Yeah. Okay. You're not too far.
Yeah, no. And so I walk in and I'm like looking around. Again, blind date. Don't know what this guy looks like because the coaches refused to show me a picture. And I like couldn't even figure out how to creep him. But so I call him and I'm like, where are you? And he was like, oh, I'm like right in the window. And if you've been to the Tin Widow, there's window seats.
Yeah.
And so I am like standing by the window in Tide House and I'm like,
No, you're not.
no, you're not. There's plants in the window. I was like, oh, I don't see you. And then he was like, where are you? And so I told him and he's like, you're at the wrong place. So whatever. I finally get to the right place and I get there and this man is smashed, like so drunk. And then he's like, do you want a shot? And of course I was like, yeah.
Are you dead sober at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I took a shot. We had a drink. Things were fine. And then he was like, let's go to Zad's. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Like, it's a work night. And when I worked at Marquette, I had to be in early because the athletes would lift in the morning. And I was like, whatever. Sure, we'll go there. Which, if anyone's been to Zad's, it's like what they call like
It's a
the
dive
third-
bar. It's
the
a
third
third
shift?
shift bar.
Yes.
It opens at 6 a.m.
Yeah. And so I'd never been. And they were playing like metal music. It was quite the crowd. Like, I think it would have been fun if it was not a date. But so this man just like proceeds to get drunker. And I'm like, still pretty sober. I've had a shot and a drink. And I was like, oh my God, I have to work. And yeah, so then we hung out there for a little bit and then had to walk back to the cars. And he was like, we're at my car and I'm like, oh, where did you park? And he was like, well, I Ubered here. And he was like expecting, I think, to go home with me because he like kind of came up to my car and was like,
Yeah.
like, I think waiting for me to be like, get in, buddy.
Yeah.
Home. And like definitely like leaning in for a kiss. And I'm just like, So I ended up being like, okay, well, I'm going to go home. Like, it's so good to meet you. No idea where he went I'm sure he took an Uber home, but I was like,
Probably went back to the bar.
I was like, I do think he like walked back towards Zed's, but I was like, I'm out of here. Like, I
Wait,
can't
how
believe,
old was this man?
I think he was probably like 30 something.
Okay.
He was older than I was.
Okay.
And he was going that hard. What night of the week is this?
I mean, it had to have been,
night.
it was like a Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
Because I was just picturing like, okay, we'll grab one drink. It's a blind date. So like, also again, on a blind date, it could go really great or really bad. So like you want it to just be one drink unless you want to go out for more.
Right.
And
Which
that's
is the good thing about drinks. Like it can last for a half hour.
Yes.
It can like,
Right.
you can carry it on if it's
Right.
going well.
Right.
and that's why I was like, oh, Wednesday's perfect because like he's an adult. He won't want to stay out late.
You won't want to go to
I'm an
Zed's.
adult.
I mean,
I'm not going to
send
stay
it.
out late. But yeah,
Doesn't
no,
sound
he,
like it.
he sent it all right. And I
Yeah.
was like,
What
and
if
then I had to, like-
did you talk to him after the fact?
no.
Okay.
And then I had to go back to work and report back to these coaches who set me up on this blind date.
Did they do
and-
that on purpose?
No, I don't really know, actually. They genuinely thought, well, one of them was like, oh, I thought you genuinely like him. And then the other one was like, no, I knew from the start
What
this was
if
not
this
gonna work.
guy, like, have you done any creeping after?
I don't think he has social media.
Okay. What if he was just like so extremely nervous that he
Yeah.
like accidentally drank too much and
That
now
could
he's
be.
just like so sad about it?
Yeah.
And now he's going to hear about it on this.
You know,
from
he was-
from like a 24, 25-year-old, I feel like that's much more excusable than someone
Oh,
in their 30s. Like
absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember
Absolutely.
when I was in the game when those stories were from that
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
era or like year and a half or something. So that's all I was single for. But I'd have a pregame. When I'd go on
Yeah.
dates, I'd go to Balzac, which is no longer
Oh,
around.
yeah. Rip.
Usually
Oh,
have a drink or two
yeah.
at my apartment. Just go post up at the back
Yeah.
bar over there. That was good. That was
a
good
cute
setup.
spot.
That was a
Yeah.
good
Oh,
spot.
that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And then you have Brady Street that you can just like roam around if you want to keep things going.
right,
It was,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, I mean, like, I totally understand getting a little buzz if you're nervous, but like, also,
Yeah.
you're going into this knowing it's a blind date. So you have to be the kind of person who's like, oh, I can like chat with anyone.
Yeah.
No matter, like, I'm cool for any situation. But yeah, he was drunk.
Yeah,
and I
that was
like,
not for him. I'm sure
Whoa.
that was probably like his last blind date for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
think?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think he was doing
like,
that again.
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, that was enough.
Yeah. If he's listening, I actually don't even remember his name. But if he's listening,
You don't remember his name?
No.
That's fine.
he was a great guy. He was very nice. Just
Sounds like it.
it
Sounds
just
like
it just was a little weird situation, but it was fine. He was nice. The conversation was all right. Zad's was just weird.
I feel like that's one of those situations where like you have to make the conversation good because like what the hell else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Should we move into some profile reviews?
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
reviews.
Are these
let's do
all
it.
public profiles? Will we be able to see them?
If not, I can pass my phone around.
Okay.
but-
Okay.
Do you want to just pull it up and show me?
Getting crazy over here. I'm so excited to hear who this
I
first.
know.
Okay,
The
this
first
one's
victim
my
is.
buddy Khalif. We'll highlight some bachelors and bachelorettes. We got Khalif El Amin 10. KHALIFELAMIN
It's coming up.
10. Is it coming up?
Yep.
Is it public?
Yep, public. Okay, first thing I see without even clicking pictures is a child. Mm-hmm. Also it says father.
I got some cliff notes on this guy.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you guys know Jonathan Newby?
Yes.
Newby Stottle. He's a KW guy,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
Great.
he's a friend of the show. Newby Stottle, just an absolute character of a human being. So he gave us some insight as well, but I'm good friends with him. So Newby said, tremendous father of two, motivated and disciplined, pillar of the community. Newby was being
Wow.
very politically correct in this review.
Okay.
Also moves with intention. He's a hoops legend.
Okay.
I went back. He played college ball at Stevens Point.
Oh, good pointers.
He's listed at 5'8", so he's a little on the shorter side. So I don't know if Danielle would go for this. He was listed at 5'8", 145, but he's bulked up to 165. So he's added
Wow,
over.
we've got the stats
full
on this
stats.
guy.
So he's added over a pound a year since his playing days. So he might be 175 by the time he's 45 years old. Just
Okay.
at the rate he's going. Was all sportsmanship team in
Okay.
2009. All around
That's
good dude.
huge.
What are you What are
Yeah.
you thinking when you look at his profile?
He seems great. I mean,
Definitely loves his kids.
yeah, definitely
Which
loves
is-
his kids. It looks like he like does a lot
Oh yeah, he does.
out in the community too. He looks fun.
Yeah, you know what? This is a good pick. This
Yeah.
like little, we love to see just kind
This
of like
looks fun too.
Yeah. He's got a good profile.
Yeah. Shows a little personality.
He's versatile too.
Yeah.
He's wearing a suit. He's in street clothes. He's wearing a fucking cowboy hat. And this can
100%.
still pull it off. The other good thing about him is he doesn't age.
No.
How
Newbie pointed.
are we allowed to
Oh yeah,
say
he's
how-
like probably 37, 38.
Okay. Yeah, I would have
I
never.
mean, great skin, good hairline.
I wouldn't have
in
guessed that.
shape.
I would have said he's 28
Yeah.
for sure.
He looks young.
Yeah, I think
He's got a good profile.
he does. 955 posts is a little overwhelming.
It is, but then when you scroll, he's like posting about
That's
looks like
true.
work and stuff too. So
Yeah.
it's
He's
not
got-
just
he's
like
got a
500 of
podcast,
them.
too.
Yeah, of
I was
himself.
gonna say he's either on podcasts a lot or no. Big fan of this profile. Shows his personality. I do think sometimes too when you have kids, it's a red flag if you don't post your kids on your Instagram.
I agree with that 100%. Like if you have kids, show. I mean, I'm not saying like post your kids all the time if you
Right.
don't want to, but still, like it should be known. Like
Don't-
even
don't
just
hide it.
even
Yes.
just in your bio, like
Especially
say
if you're single.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like that is important to let people know. Like if
Yeah.
you're hiding your kids, I think that's
that's a red
kinda
flag
weird.
for
Yeah.
sure. And I also think like at our age too, like it's not uncommon
right.
to have kids, even if you're single.
Yeah, if he was like 19 and had kids,
Yeah.
I could see why you'd hide
I
that.
mean, I don't know that. Yeah, that we would be looking at 19-year-olds profiles,
That's
but
true.
I get where you're going with that.
All right, Maddie. Gotta do Joe Vilmo's profile here.
What's the
right.
handle?
All right. Jay Vilmo. So this guy, entrepreneur, drives a
I'm either
muffin truck
blocked
around.
Oh, it's private.
Or
I
it's
can't see it.
private.
All right, here we
Honestly, like that too. Why is your stuff private?
go. I feel like a lot of people do that now.
Really?
If you're
I
like
feel
a
like it.
CEO, for sure.
Is this guy a
Actually,
CEO?
I don't even know. I feel like
Is he a CEO? Kind of, not
Who is
really.
this guy?
I mean, he was a best-selling author on Amazon of Empower Me. He had the Empower Me Foundation leadership trainer, which I don't know
I just thought of a red flag for
Throw it
me.
at us.
Yeah.
Do not post. It might not be for you, but holding a fish. Hard pass for me.
Does Joe even fish?
He has a big fish.
Someone probably handed him the fish. He was probably drinking like a liter of Tito's, and someone handed him the fish.
And the caption is like an Abraham Lincoln hat. What does that mean?
keep going down the line. What else do we see on this profile?
This is giving us a lot of red flags.
I mean, okay.
This poor man.
Joe's profile is not bad.
It's not. No, there's just a couple
there's
things.
We're giving it a 3 out of 10.
I mean, there's like, he's got some personality pics.
For sure.
There's like a couple, like, I'm not really sure what this is.
Okay, but you know what? I like when people show like stuff that they think is funny too, because like I also want to know your humor. Like,
Yeah, but don't you think you could do that on your story?
yeah, I suppose.
Not a bad profile.
What about him overall, personality-wise? I mean, the guy, he's kind of a wild card.
He is a wild card.
I don't
He's quirky. He's funny. Joe's a good guy.
He's a good time.
Yeah.
Big heart.
Wait, how do you guys know
muffin
this
man.
one? Is this a 45? Wait.
How do you know him, Richie?
Circle of friends. How do you know him, Maddie?
Why do I feel like I shouldn't
Circle
have
of
asked that? Okay.
How do I know Joe? Oh, Eric Kennedy is how I know Joe. Eric Kennedy set Joe up and I to go on a date.
How was the date with the Muffin Man?
It was fine. I'm actually trying to think of what we did the first time we hung out. I know we went to a Marquette game at one point, which was like a little bit weird for me because I worked at Marquette.
But he's got Tower Club access at Marquette too. Marquette games.
Yeah. Which like I worked there, so
I know, but I'm saying for the ladies
Yes,
listening out
yes,
there. I mean,
true,
the guy's
yeah.
got Tower Club.
he does.
Partial boat.
Yes, they're good seats. You get
What's his boat deal? Is he like a timeshare owner? What is it?
I'm not sure. I
don't
actually
know?
he
Okay.
was unfortunately gone out of my life before summer happened. I never got to experience the boat. Right.
That's unfortunate
Yeah.
for all of us.
Right. Yeah. It's fine. No, Joe's a good guy. He's quirky. He's funny. He's got some sort of boat situation going on, ladies.
Yeah.
And Marquette
definitely-
access where you can eat as much as you want and drink as much as you want.
Not a bad deal. All right. Should we review a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see who
Here's
we've
the
got.
handle. You guys can please review her profile too, as I don't really want to be, as a recently engaged guy over here, don't need to be going through younger girls' Instagram profiles and rating them on the podcast. But this is all, I'll participate. So TRESSADP. She may have had one of the stories earlier in the episode as well.
Teresa
This one?
Diapaza?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see here.
Okay, fun.
Yeah,
Profile. I like her profile.
I do too. I do appreciate when people have like a good spread of pictures of themselves, but also with friends. Yeah. It looks like she does a lot, goes on a lot of trips. She's cute, guys.
She is, yeah.
She's single, obviously, for reviewing her.
Hot and single, according to the message I got from
Yeah.
her friend.
Heck yeah.
She's adorable.
Yeah. Big fan.
She's a Bucks fan.
Yeah, love that. Sporty, cute clothes, does a lot of things. She looks fun. She goes to the bars, which is not everything, but if you're trying to go on a first date, drinks is a good.
I also like that she has like photos of her dressed up, obviously, and like going to fancier things, but then she has some where she's super low key.
Yep.
Right. Might be. So she was a paralegal in college, now has a good job, loves to travel, huge MKE foodie, and fan of the tiki bar.
Yeah,
I don't,
love that.
I don't know if they're referring to the St. Paul Tiki Bar or the Great Clips Tiki Bar, maybe both, but you got that there. Can probably outdrink most men our age.
Oh,
Wow,
that sounds like
okay.
a fun date.
Yeah, she sounds fun.
Drinking contest?
Maybe slight red flag. She's from Waukesha, so she might be slightly crazy.
I'm
We've had a lot of-
I'm from Minnesota,
We've
so
had
I'm
a
just
lot of
like,
Uncut
ooh.
5 stories about Waukesha recently,
Oh no.
specifically.
Oh no. Well, she's the queen of Milwaukee, according to her Instagram. So what is this link? What does this bring us to? Her Amazon storefront. If you guys are trying to support her,
Oh, there
Is
you go.
that
Check
a
out her
red flag to
Amazon
have an
storefront.
Amazon storefront on your profile?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's
Why do
like
girls do that?
it's just an easy way to make money. Also, like a lot of times I will say people will be like, "Oh, where did you get that?" And you're like, "Oh, it's from Amazon." And then people are like, "Send me the link." So
So
sometimes
she's not
it's-
looking for men to buy her shit on there. She's just
Right.
putting
No,
stuff
yeah.
out there, probably
Yeah.
an affiliate. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like things that she's bought.
got it.
I actually use those all the time though. If I see somebody wearing an outfit that I like,
Yeah.
like I'll find
Go to
them.
their storefront.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
I agree. But also, if someone wants to put what they want men to buy them on their Instagram, that's brave. I love that.
what they want men to
Yeah,
buy, like
like a
for
little
them.
wish list.
I
See
really
that
like
sometimes,
that.
right?
You're thinking.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
idea.
That's a thing, right?
Oh,
Isn't
is
it? I don't know. I thought
Do
it
people
might
do
be.
that? Oh, maybe we're
gonna
behind on
create an
that.
Amazon wish
Yeah.
list.
I don't know. I'm not in that world.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
No, this girl looks fun.
Yep.
Let's give Lauren a profile review. Is she hers might be private.
I haven't looked at her profile in a long time.
She is private.
Is she? Mm-hmm. Really?
I feel like I can never share her stuff. Maybe she changed it because I could never share her stuff.
No, I'm following her so I can
I was
see
gonna
it.
say I'm following her obviously as well. I guess I'm gonna unfollow her quick and see.
Well, why?
Then you can't follow. Then you can't see
Well,
her profile
because-
for the review.
no,
Why don't you do
I'm-
that after we
I'm
review
gonna
her?
tell you. No, she's public.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm following her back.
We got Lauren Peterson 02. Hit her up,
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Lauren is the best. She's my High Rocks partner. Mm-hmm. Let's start with rating her Instagram.
It's good.
Yeah, she does have a good.
She loves to travel.
Yep,
She loves the harp.
she does.
Oh, a huge
Actually-
plus. She likes the harp.
Well,
She's athletic and likes the harp.
yes,
is very athletic,
She
yeah.
loves the brewery as
She
well.
does.
I like the brewery, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loves Papa Shot. Mm-hmm. So
Lauren is down for games. Like
yes,
any type of competition, any game.
yep. I think her
thing.
favorite thing to do is like any bar that has a Papa Shot. She's like, who wants to lose?
Yeah.
like
100%.
She's
And
she's a competitor.
Yeah.
She will kick
Oh, yeah.
your ass too. Like, can
Yeah.
we swear?
Oh yeah. I think I've dropped a couple F-bombs so far.
I just realized I've been swearing a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, she will kick your ass.
This is a not
yeah.
very censored show.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Lauren's tall,
She's not too tall though.
How tall is she?
5'7".
Oh, it's
yeah,
good height.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's about as tall as our guy Khalif.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an inch
Maybe
shorter.
we'll show maybe
Yeah.
both athletic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both like to have a good
yes,
time.
Lauren.
Maybe a
Lauren played
potential match.
basketball at Oshkosh in
Oshkosh,
college.
That's where she went.
Khalif played basketball at
Wow.
Stevens
Oh
Point.
my gosh!
Whoa,
the
what are we
WIAC.
doing here?
They were both
They're
in the
both
WIAC.
WIAC.
That's
Okay, we might have something.
Are we doing something?
We're
here?
doing something here.
No,
No, Lauren's profile is great though.
Yeah, it is really good. Super family oriented. Her family literally is at every single High Rocks.
Yes.
Anything Lauren's like kind of, if Lauren was competing in a 5K,
They'll
her
be there.
whole family would go. Like mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Like
Everybody.
her sister would bring their son. Like the whole spread. They'd all be there. So very supportive family, very athletic family.
Has she been
She's a
single
catch.
for a while? What's her deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's dated a little bit over the last few years. Nothing like extremely serious.
Yeah. At least she's been single for at least a year and a half now, probably,
Yeah.
maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of guy is she looking for?
Athletic.
Yes, definitely athletic. I would say she likes brunettes.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone who's,
Tall.
yeah, confident, sporty, likes to be competitive, driven. I'm trying to think of someone she would like not want to
I
date.
know.
I don't really know if there's maybe like a blonde. She would maybe date a blonde. I don't know.
She
but
might date a
I just
blonde,
can't
yeah.
imagine that's ever really been her type.